back to this conversation, y'all. Very interesting. I was having a conversation, and it was amongst a group of people, and the female told me that she would rather date gay men, and I was like, what? Why would you want to date? And it to me, it started going left, but then she started talking about, you know what I'm saying, giving references to Boosie, giving references to the baby and how they're homophobic, etc. So I said, you know what, let me go back and take a look at this and really, you know, kind of see, you know what I'm saying, would Boosie and the baby's actions make a woman want to choose a gay man to date? Because I was, me personally, I was kind of taken back by, you know, a woman saying that she would rather date a gay man. Do you guys have any friends that say, hey, you know, I would rather date a gay man or a gay woman, etc., etc.? I don't know, man. I was kind of taken back by it. So we're gonna look at this real quick. We're gonna listen to some things, fair use and effect, and we're gonna see. We're gonna go from there. This is Boosie.
How you feeling this morning, Boosie?
I'm feeling great. I woke up early. Smoked me a good one, and I like the scene of New York. Went early in the morning with the trash cans and all that, and it made me get higher, actually.
It make you feel like coming to America when Eddie was coming out in Queens?
Yeah. They love me in New York. I can't, like, everywhere I go, they've been, Boosie, you standing up for us, and you know, like they got some real. I got some love out here.
I tried to get your Instagram back, Boosie. I tried, man.
I'm glad you did, because
do you feel like Boosie is standing up for heterosexuals by saying what he said about gay people? I think that Boosie having an opinion is his own opinion, and rightfully so. But my issue with Boosie is that what you're promoting in reference to violence towards gay people, I think that you're going to get a lot of people's children hurt. That's what I think.
You saw that discrimination.
Now, they made fun of me for flagging Kim Kardashian.
Hey.
But I said, when I post my flyers when I DJ the strip club, they take it down. Flag it, take it down.
Bro, it was just me. I was doing too much.
Well, I'm glad
I
you
had
did
the
admit
world
that,
woke
Boosie.
up. When the world was asleep, I woke them up. You know what I'm saying? And people, I think they just got tired of seeing me. Because, you know, like, bro, like, how my Instagram was never taken. I never been suspended, dude. To be expelled forever, you know, so I wasn't feeling that. So I know it's a, you know, but I got my opinions. I can say what I want, you know.
Not on them people platform.
Right, and
That's
they showed
all.
me. They showed me. You know.
Why you don't go to fan base?
I got all kind of people trying to do.
That's what I noticed too. I noticed that, like, people will jump on certain people's platforms, certain races, certain nationalities. They'll jump on their platform and then talk about the people's platform that they're on. Like, you'll say, you know, the white man, but you'll jump on the white man's platform. You know, you'll say, oh, these gays, but you'll be on a gay platform. You know, it's weird to me that you won't either develop your own platform or you won't go where that message would resonate and hit. You're using someone else's platform to promote your narrative or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that Boosie promotes hate speech. I believe that he promotes hate speech. I believe that his rhetoric promotes violence against gay people. You know what I'm saying? And whereas I'm a heterosexual man, the last thing I'm gonna do is say because you're gay you deserve to get beat up. I don't know. We're talking about Boosie Badass and his comments on the Breakfast Club. I'm playing it right now. There was a certain part that I really wanted to let y'all hear what I'm getting. I just don't like how he explains stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me. Because he be explaining like everybody he talked to get high and everybody don't get high. So he's explaining things like, you know what I'm saying, we're literally and honestly just, oh yeah, I get it. You know, and I don't be getting it. I don't be understanding, you know what I'm saying? But I think that, you know, people have given him a pass because of who he is. Of course, he's a celebrity, a rapper. You know what I'm saying? People have given him a pass. Shout out to Rodney, I see you. Let's get back to it.
I got Chineses. I got Everybody's
Chineses.
trying to, create me a.
You got what kind of
uncensored-
nieces?
Chineses.
Now,
What
and
Chinese?
then we wonder why Sha'Carri Richardson talks how she talks. Now, this is the male version of Sha'Carri Richardson. You put a camera, you put a microphone in front of them, and they start saying these words, and it's kind of like, "What'd you just say? What'd you just say?" And people start thinking it's cute and it's cool to say stuff like that. Chineses.
People.
Oh, Chinese.
Chinese.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought I was like, who next is trying to get with you? I was like, what?
Chinese people.
I got people, everywhere trying to make me an uncensored app, and that's what I'm working on right now because,
Fan base is black owned, you know what I'm saying? Isaac Hayes III. You can go over there and turn up.
yeah, I talked to Isaac Hayes.
Okay.
I talked to the son or whatever, but I ain't made no decision on. I won't.
Just
I won't
like
take
period.
everything.
You got a bunch of endorsements
love
on
to
because
say
when you
period.
sat down, you was like, I don't want to sit with Envy Water because you got your own
He didn't
water.
say envy water. He said, I want to see what this water. And then he said envy water. He said, all right, you can leave it
Yeah,
there.
man, I got water, cologne, chips, noodles.
Black
You
people
name it, I
stuff.
do
You got
it.
black people stuff.
None of them get offended by the stuff you do?
Noodles.
Well, once it's 50-50, hey, what can you get offended by? You invested in Boosie, and I mean we doing good I do good as an independent. I got a cult following.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Like I
what's
do.
so funny? What's so funny about, I listen to some of these rappers, and I want you to understand this, right? A lot of these rappers got their fortune off of talking about drugs, womanizing, crime, guns, drugs, I'm partying, sex. I mean, they got their fortune off of that. And it's interesting. They say you can take the person out the hood, but not the hood out the person. And it's very interesting to hear that you feel gay people are more of a threat than the message that you promote. I want y'all to understand this. He was like, yo, I woke up in New York, and, I smoked me a fat one and I got higher. So let me get this straight. You want to ban Lil Nas X and you want to ban all of these other people, but you want to promote smoking weed. They glorify it. Exactly. It's like, bro, like, how is what you doing to be glorified? Yeah, let's womanize. Let's talk about bitches and hoes and I'm just like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't want to glorify none of it. I don't want to glorify none of it, to be honest with you. That's just me. I don't want to glorify none of it. And it's great that you've invested in other avenues in regards to you're paying yourself. Got it. I hear it. You took the money that you rapped about drugs and killing and womanizing, going into jail and crime and women twerking and all this other stuff, right? Then you took that money and you invested it. Okay. Got it. So how is Lil Nas X talking about being gay? How is that as harmful as you talking about shooting and killing people? I'm trying to balance this conversation out because my whole thing about it is I had a straight woman tell me she would rather date gay men because they're more understanding, they're more reasonable. And I was just like, well, and then she referenced Boosie Badass and said, why would anybody want to date a man like him? So I said, okay, what is the last interview he did? It just happened to be on the Breakfast Club. So I said, well, let me play it and listen to what he has to say. Let me see if this was a Lil Nas X interview or a Boosie interview. Let me see which one would be better for the community. Let me hear it.
Real good, like in the Corona, I was getting checks, 6-7 checks that ain't had nothing to do with rap.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you do take it too far sometimes? Because you said
I think I say it the wrong way sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean everything I say, and I say what I mean. But sometimes I feel like I say it the wrong way sometimes, but I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, and people need to understand that, the world has an opinion, and then
Being reckless with what you say and not being self-aware of who it may hurt and the ripple effect of what you say, is there's nothing genuine about that. Jumping on stage saying that you'll beat a man up if he does some type of charity naked. Well, first of all, obviously the people know, whoever the owners are of the establishment, they know that this man is going to be performing naked. It's probably a charity event where only certain people going to be there. So first of all, for you to even go there, and you know that Lil Nas X is going to be performing naked is odd within itself. Just to go there, wait for him to get naked, hop on stage, and then start beating him up. Bro, why are you even there? Why are you even there? Sometimes you can promote being a badass a little bit too much. And it's almost like you hiding stuff. Sometimes you don't have to promote your masculinity or promote you're such a man and you're macho or whatever. Because when you speak out on things, it sounds suspect. You want to beat him up, but you don't want to beat anybody up that's saying, hey y'all, smoke weed. Hey y'all, sell drugs. Hey y'all, it's okay to womanize. Hey y'all, it's okay to rap about, you know what I'm saying, all this other nonsense or whatever case may be. You want to target Lil Nas X. You ain't targeting the justice system. You ain't targeting police brutality. You ain't targeting black on black crime. You targeting Lil Nas X. I just I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I got an opinion, and I'm just one who expressed my opinion.
But last time we spoke, you said that your mama even told you stop volunteering your opinion for things that ain't got nothing to do
about
with
that Dwayne Wade.
And you sat down with Mike Tyson and told
Rodney.
Mike Tyson you should mind your business sometime too. Why can't you just mind your business
Because
sometime?
I'm realer than what I'm supposed to do.
He was scared of that Tyson.
I'm realer, like if it's in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
He was scared of
You
that
know,
Tyson.
just because I'm negotiated with him like that doesn't mean I won't say it, because I pay me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't blackball me. I pay me.
Mm.
You know, even with my music, you know, like my last album I dropped with Connect Music Group, you know, that I'm part owner of. So, you know, like you it's hard to blackball me, you know, just like they got people, like they think they got millions of people love what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a voice for people who can't speak.
I appreciate it.
You know, I'm just the only one
Thank you.
got the nuts to speak in this industry, because everybody else is ran by, you know, the industry.
What about even saying like you would beat his ass? So, and I saw Lil Nas X responded to that. You think that's too far?
Nah, because I just be feeling like sometimes.
Before I let him explain, the fact that he said nah. Now this was weeks ago when he said that. The fact that you said nah at this point. Now I want to set the tone for you guys so you understand where I'm coming from. Where I'm coming from is that people like DaBaby, Boosie, people that have a celebrity status, if you have a cult-like following, 9 times out of 10 when you say something, they on go mode. So if you say, I don't like Frosted Flakes, we gonna ban Frosted Flakes, right? And I don't like driving Mercedes anymore, we gonna ban Mercedes. The fact of the matter is, when you start talking about promoting violence against a community of people that happen to be gay, what you're going to do is put target on anybody that's gay's back. Because you have people trying to prove something to you because you just said you have a cult-like following. So you're promoting violence, you're promoting hate speech. And my issue is you're going to hurt some boy or some girl because you have an issue and you homophobic. So can we then say, well, if a white man jumps out here and say, you know what, I don't like black males, and they have a cult-like following, and then they start beating up all the black males that they see, is that okay? But then hold on. Then we're gonna promote, oh, Black Lives Matter, and then we're gonna start saying, oh, that should have never happened, etc., etc., etc. But we ain't gonna say nothing to Boosie. I think it's wrong. I think as a heterosexual men and women or community, I think we have a responsibility to say something. And that's why we're doing this right here, because Boosie, you wrong. And for you not to know you wrong is crazy as hell. It's crazy as hell. I'm gonna let him finish this right here.
I gotta speak up because, you know, as far as straight people in the world, you don't have an opinion on homosexuality. Everything is harm. If you say anything, I'm straight, I like women, it's vulgar to.
I don't
You
know
know,
that
that
that's
ain't true.
Yes,
That
yes.
ain't true.
I just
That
can't.
part ain't vulgar.
You can't brag on.
That's that weed. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's that weed mentality. That's that press one mentality. That's that Shakira Richardson mentality. Listen to him trying to throw out logic as if everybody in the room, yeah, they'll get it. They're not high, brother. We can hear you. There are grown-ups that can hear. That's the problem. People forget that there are grown-ups that can hear you. There are adults that can hear you. That logic don't make sense. It don't make sense. And you throw it out there as if everybody understands where you're coming from. No, weed head. They don't. This Kevin Gills generation, this Kevin Gills logic, this press one, everybody understands me logic. No, everybody don't understand. You're promoting hatred. You're promoting violence against a community of people because you have an issue with them. Well, here's the thing, bro. I understand that there are certain things that's just inappropriate when you're standing in front of kids to do, right? A man groping on a female, inappropriate, right? In front of children. Well, it's still inappropriate if a man is groping on another man. It's still inappropriate. The same things that would be inappropriate for a male to do with a woman would be inappropriate for a man to do with another man. That's simple. I think we all can agree with that. The issue is that people, especially heterosexual people, they don't want their children to be influenced by gay stuff. That's it. I know it's hard to hear sometimes. They don't want their sons watching two men kiss. They don't want their sons watching two women kiss because they feel like they will have to be explaining that, and they don't know how to explain it. That's the truth. That's just the truth. They don't know how to. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to piss somebody off. I'm about to piss somebody off. There are heterosexual couples, heterosexual parents, heterosexual co-parenting, heterosexual single parents. They can't explain the birds and the bees. Do you understand what I'm saying? I said move from that spot. Am I messing y'all up? Can y'all see me? Let me help y'all out. Hold on. Let me try to do this real quick for y'all. I'm about to get something to eat. Y'all messing around, huh? Okay, I'll go right here. Go right here. See if this helps. They're trying to test my driving skills. That's what y'all trying. Oh no, that ain't gonna. I gotta turn in the other way. I'll turn in the other way. We can see you now. That's the problem. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me just pull in here. I got you. Here we go. Let me try this right quick. See if this will work. All right. So, let me play this. I lost my track of thought.
I think
Smashing
That ain't
on
true.
your sexuality
I don't
no
think
more. It's
everybody has
ran
that
by.
All right, Boosie, you just reminded what I was talking about. Yeah, so the issue is that a lot of heterosexuals, they don't know how to explain regular shit. They don't know how to explain regular shit to their children. Like, they can't explain the birds and the bees. They can't explain, just certain things they feel uncomfortable with. uncomfortable with. So talking about the gay community, a lot of people just feel uncomfortable. So it's hard to explain what their children are seeing, so they would rather their kids not see it. Now here's the thing, does that mean that the gay community is foul and they're diseased and they're, worse than COVID-19 and they should be wiped out from the face? No. It's just that a lot of people are uncomfortable because they can't explain to their children, or they can't rationalize. Because you got to understand, a lot of people have been raised up to say that in households where they were, where the conversation was homosexuality is wrong. It's weird. It's dangerous. So when you get out now, you're living your life and whatever case may be, and a lot of things are being promoted with an agenda of regard to saying, hey, I'm my sexuality and I'm free, I can do what I want to do, etc., etc., etc. A lot of people, I'm gonna be honest with, just like heterosexual people, they take it too far. They take it too far. What's wrong with me grabbing on my partner and groping my partner in front of your kids? Well, the same thing that would be wrong if I grab my female friend or my girlfriend and grope her. Same thing. But what we do is we make it divisive in reference to saying, well, some people that's gay say these things as if, well, I can do these things, and if you say something about it, then you're homophobic. Well, my whole thing about it is I think that Boosie, he went way beyond by saying, well, I'll beat you up if you do X, Y, and Z, with a cult-like following. My thing is that if you have children and you don't know how to explain to your child, first of all, what is homosexuality? Why are those two men kissing? Are those two men having sex? Are those two women having sex? Well, how are they doing it? It is very difficult for a lot of heterosexual people to have that conversation. It's just difficult. And it's obviously when Boosie Badass talks about it, he is so, they say you can take the person out the hood, but not the hood out the person. The first thing that comes to mind, he says, there's little to no thought process. So he blurts it out. And that's why you get this raw reaction from a lot of people, because Boosie Badass, the people that are around him are like him. But that was the issue that we was talking about with Sha'Carri Richardson. Well, Sha'Carri, when you speak, you're speaking to people that are not like you. You can insult people. You can create a hostile environment for people, depending on what message you should send out. And that's what he does. He creates a hostile environment for gay people. And it's unfair because you should know better.
Ran by
Boosie Rap has been talking about
LGBTQ
fucking women forever in videos and they songs. That ain't changed.
I know it's a different day now. You can't just like the baby. Like, bro, like, like how many times you been on set? All y'all DJs.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard somebody say, if you ain't got AIDS, make noise in the whole club.
Oh, no, you're right. That's true.
Bruh, did you hear what this man just said? What club have you ever been to? If you ain't got AIDS, make noise. Said nobody ever. Said nobody ever. Why would you even be on stage? Why would you even be on stage thinking about AIDS? Why would the baby be on stage and everything that you can say in the world, put your phones in the air if you ain't got AIDS? What? Take the person out the hood, but can't take the hood out the person. Insensitive statements, dumb statements, retarded statements. Sorry to say, I've heard that in a club. I've never heard that, Rodney, in a club. He just asked for what? Like, can you see everybody? Can you see everybody in the crowd who don't put their phone up? Do you tell them to leave? What? Everybody with AIDS, go that way. Stand over there in that corner. What's the purpose? And then imagine if I'm standing next to somebody who don't put their phone up. What do I do? Point? They ain't put their phone up. The baby, right here, with the pink socks, with the yellow hat, with the Polaroid hat. Where low key at? Low key T4 light. I'm just saying. So what happens if someone don't put their phone up? I'm messed up behind this. I'm messed up behind this.
True, but it's a different time.
No, it's a different time, and because he's one of the biggest. You know, so they try to make examples out of people. You know, so the next person who blow like this, you gonna go with this. And I feel, you know, they're attacking our children.
Crystal,
you know?
Crystal. Yes. Okay. I don't know. I never heard nobody say nothing about AIDS. I'm trying to figure out if you ain't got an STD, put your hand in the air. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I was drunk. Maybe I just Crystal. Maybe I just was drunk in the club that night when they said it. Maybe. I don't know. I just don't remember they say anything. If you got an STD check and you good and you clean, put your hand, like maybe something like that, but never specifically AIDS. I'm in the doctor office. If you ain't got AIDS, put your thumbs up. Press 1. I don't know. You walk in the daycare. If you ain't got AIDS, kids, put your bottles on. What are you talking about, dude? I don't know. Where did that come from? Did somebody just text you something? I can see if he said, if you ain't got coronavirus, this dude said, if you ain't got AIDS. Are you trying to check to see who's coming back home with you, the baby? We curious, brother. We need to know.
You make everybody support this. Who love these rappers?
The kids?
The kids.
Yeah, but you know,
you make every rapper go with it. If every rapper go with it, you grab that generation. I know I loved every rapper when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
I loved every rapper. You know what I'm saying? I try to copy what they did. You know what I'm saying? And it's a new day now, and I just feel like, you know, they pushing it on our younger generation.
Listen, I love rap. I love.
So look, listen. You can't tell me they're pushing a gay agenda, but people who rap about womanizing women, womanizing drugs, sex, partying, crime, gangs. You can't tell me that that's not bad for our children too. You can't tackle one agenda but leave the other one alone and turn a blind eye. We gotta stop that shit. And I don't know if Boosie hears his stuff, like if he ever goes back and listens to his interviews, but this is what I would expect the Breakfast Club to tell him. Like, you got rich off of promoting violence. You got rich off of talking about jail and crime and drugs and alcoholism. You got rich off of that. You got rich. So you're telling me that Lil Nas X is wrong for getting rich off of promoting his sexuality? So we gonna say one is wrong. Wouldn't that be irresponsible to say both are not wrong? The other one's not wrong? You want us to look at Lil Nas X and target the gay community, but you don't want us to target the community that you push and you pump your shit to, that you getting rich off, that you driving Bentleys and Bugattis and flying in jets and shit, talking about killing people and shooting people. Bruh, if Lil Nas X is talking about licking on penis, that ain't got nothing to do with my household. That ain't gonna shoot. That if I get into an argument with a brother, Lil Nas X music ain't gonna hype the dude up to come shoot me. Ain't gonna hype the dude up to come shoot me. I'm sorry. Your music is gonna hype the dude up to come shoot me and think it's cool to go to jail. I'm just saying, there's a level of logic here. For some reason, it's going over people's head. Like, Boosie a real one. Well, okay. Boosie gonna get your son and your daughter hurt. Especially if they decide that they gay. He gonna get them beat up. He gonna get them stalked. He gonna get them harassed because he got a cult-like following. But come down to the bayou, you never know what you hear. Okay, I hear you. Are you in Louisiana, man? Must be in Louisiana. I used to live in Louisiana. I was stationed in Louisiana. So I used to be down in New Orleans on Bourbon.
Hip hop, I love our culture, but I saw you say that you feel like he was as a negative influence. Why are we acting like rappers haven't been negative influences for years? What they're talking about?
Okay. Oh, wait. I stand corrected. I'll tell you when I'm wrong. Obviously, he just said what I was thinking. Why are we acting like rappers? No. What's important? I'm gonna shut up. Let's hear what Boosie says. Let's hear how he defends this bullshit. Let's hear it. I'm gonna be quiet. I swear to God.
The drug culture, the gang culture, violence against women, like we just as negative. So how is he the person that you decide to point at and say, "Oh,
great question
for the kids"?
Great question.
What have street rappers done to the kids?
I really get offended when it was like he was saying that he would go up there and perform.
Answer the question, asshole.
All this shit, all the people.
Answer the question.
And I was like, damn, all these straight people in the world, all these millions of kids gonna watch this, and no straight rapper ain't gonna say, hey, nah, nigga, nigga, we don't want you on that TV. Nobody's not gonna.
We don't want you on that TV. We don't want you to influence our kids. We don't want our kids to be thugs or criminals or sell drugs or womanize. We don't want you to do it. Hell, us as heterosexual men, we don't want our sons to be gay. No, we don't want our daughters to be gay. But we damn sure don't want to listen to you talking about shooting motherfuckers. I got attitude. I'm about to motherfucking grab this Glock and go shoot the block up. We don't want to hear you. You totally avoided this man's question, which was a logical question. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? He can't promote his sexuality, but you can promote violence. You can promote black on black crime. Bruh, come on, man. Like, what we doing? And then you talk about, ain't no heterosexual rapper gonna stand up all these straight people. Okay, tell you what, suppose the gay people, right, and the heterosexual people decide that we don't need gangster rap no more. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. Now, you've already said that you got several investments in other things or whatever, but what about all the rappers who have not invested in anything? They only invested in clothes and jewelry and partying. Will they be okay? Will they be able to do something else? You're pushing a narrative that is steadily widening the gap for the urban community. It's not empowering the urban community. These motherfuckers be killing me. They act like they empowering the urban community with talking about fucking drugs and violence and motherfucking womanizing and black on black crime. You talk about shit that you might at one point in time went through it, but you ain't going through it now. How many of these communities actually got cleaned up by these rappers? Don't worry, I'll wait. Rodney said Little Boosie was a product of his environment. We all changing the environment. I'm about to block Rodney. I'm about to get Rodney the fuck up out of here. Well, shout out to Lil Boo though. I'm getting Rodney the fuck up out of here. This is what I mean, Rodney. This is my thought process, bro. I don't know how much money you got, right? But think about if you take $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 that you put into a car, and you say, I'm gonna take this $300,000 and I'm gonna pump that shit into the hood to renovate the hood, to gentrify the hood. That's not happening, bro. That's not happening. So you rapping about a situation that you ain't doing nothing to help with. You coming by on Thanksgiving and Christmas handing out some gifts. Bro, this ain't New Jack City. What the fuck you doing? What you doing? What are you doing? All this money. This is crazy money. Think about if Beyonce and Jay-Z brought Brooklyn. Right? I mean, we already know that there's a major gentrification going on in Brooklyn. I mean, for those that know New York. But the fact of the matter is, find all of these wards and shit. 7th Ward, 3rd Ward, you know what I'm saying? 5th Ward. Why ain't they been cleaned up? Baltimore, like why haven't they been cleaned up? Why haven't these people put the money back into the community and say, well, let me help this community that I'm rapping about, that I'm making money off of? Everybody wants to emulate what they're hearing, and what they're hearing is to continue the generational curse. But you want us to focus on Lil Nas X because you don't want people to focus on you and call you out. What is the definition of urban community? Let's say low income community. But even if you look in a dictionary, I'm pretty sure it's going to surround black people when you talk about urban community. Even in Chicago, well, even in any plans, they call it redlining. And what they do is where all the lower income housing and all that shit is, they say, okay, hey, this is the area where they live at. This is where they live at. So I don't know if you never heard urban community, but trust me, whether it's redlining or the urban community, trust me, people are being singled out in regards to where they live and who they are. And my thought process is, when you breaking your neck to say, okay, I want to look like these rappers. I want to look like these rappers. I want to do what these rappers. I want to emulate these rappers. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying, if I pop Molly's and I take X and I do all of this shit and I drink or whatever. I ain't worried about school. I ain't worried about this. I ain't worried. It ain't get an education. It ain't be better than me. You want me to worry about Lil Nas X, and really I'm gonna be honest with you. There's two major things that I've seen that his videos promote: the freedom of him talking about him expressing his sexuality, and him being free to be whoever he wants to be. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. That to me, that's the two main agendas. However, when you talk about the rappers, it seems like it's a whole lot of shit packaged that is toxic. It says he sold his soul. I don't know if you're talking about Lil Boosie or Lil Nas X, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think a lot of people sold their soul for that celebrity status. I think they sold their soul, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Our children, it's a war going on, and that war is social media. And you never know what your children have access to and what might influence them. You might be so scared and so homophobic. Oh my God, I don't want my kids being gay. And they turn out to be the damn Unabomber. You ain't even know that they was on that channel. You didn't even know they was learning how to make bombs. You didn't even know they was learning how to be terrorists. You didn't know none of that. You thought Lil Nas X was the problem. You were so focused on Lil Nas X that you didn't see the bigger picture. I don't think it's just, I think that there are issues in the gay community and with people in the gay community that promote I don't give a shit about your kids and I'm gonna do whatever I want to do in front of them. I think that's the issue. But the same way with heterosexuals. I don't want you smoking weed around my kids. I don't want you drinking and cursing around my kids. I don't want you and that goes for gay or heterosexual. But it can happen on both sides. I just feel like we don't do a good job at having a conversation. And then we get people like the Boosie and the Baby saying that they representing whoever they represent. And it's like, bruh, that's like the pot calling the kettle black. How you doing stuff negative for the community, but you say, well, I ain't that negative. Yeah, I'm talking about gun violence. Yeah, I'm talking about womanizing. Yeah, I'm talking about drugs. Yeah, I'm talking about alcohol. Yeah, I'm talking about getting lit and fucking. Yeah, but he gay. That's terrible. Terrible. Him being gay ain't gonna kill nobody. Him being gay ain't gonna beat nobody up. Him being gay ain't gonna probably overdose. Like I mean, just saying. Negativity seems to sell more than positivity all the time. All the time. Let's get through this. Let's bang out.
Hey, yeah, I don't understand that logic, Boosie. I saw you say that people be trying to be straight. How you try to be straight?
I told you.
Straight, you ain't got to try to be. I don't care.
Run it back again.
On the video.
These weed heads talk about smoking all of this shit that's fucking up their brain. They really think that they spitting some fucking knowledge. What he said, run that back again. He didn't understand the question. What the fuck? What the fuck? Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Made this world a better place. I'm just saying. He didn't understand the question. Run that back again. Say it again. They gotta slow it down for you, bro. Stop smoking weed. Stop it, bro. You get with Kevin Gills and y'all sit there. Go to rehab. You got enough money. You got enough money to go to rehab, bro. Seriously, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like a normal speed conversation. He didn't understand the question. How is what you do as a rapper any different than what Lil Nas X is doing? How does the influence that you provide for the hood or for the world any different than the influence that he provides? Answer the question. Run that back again. That's what we make you do? Bruh, come on, bro. Jesus Christ.
You said people trying to be straight. You said Lil Nas will dance in front of the men, and this, these little boys trying to be straight. I'm like, how you try to be straight?
No, I'm just saying as far as
you don't know.
If you got your kids watching TV,
okay, come on, let's run this back.
If you trying to raise strong young black men, would you be cool with your kids sitting there watching it?
Strong black men not gonna be.
Would you be cool with sitting there? If you trying to raise that, and would you be cool and sitting there watching Nas X go up there and take his clothes off?
What age we talking about?
You're part of the problem.
What age we talking about? Because I don't want my kids looking at anything sexual at a certain age.
Yeah, at a certain age.
But once they get to a certain age, nothing wrong with that.
Girl. I want my kids with.
Because by the way,
I'm just saying, this is a national stage. This is a national stage.
Man, Boosie, we grew up seeing worst images on TV, man. We seen dudes on TV holding guns. Like I said, celebrating violence against women, the drug culture, the gang.
I ain't even listening this far. I didn't even know they were saying this, but how do you defend how does Boosie defend gun violence, abuse against women and children, alcoholism, sex, crime, partying? How do you defend what you do and what you promote, what you done got rich off of, versus gay people? This is why I said you gotta have a tough conversation and you gotta be smart enough to be able to say what it is that you mean. Boosie right now is looking like a dumbass. He's looking like a dumbass. And for y'all, it's like, oh yeah, he really handled that interview very well. No, he didn't. He lost. And he wants your kids to be lost. He wants you to focus on Lil Nas X while he keep pumping that bullshit to your kids, acting like he a genius. Bro, we ain't stupid. You slow as fuck. You couldn't even answer. Now, I want you to imagine that if he didn't go on a Breakfast Club, that if he would have went on fucking NBC or ABC and had one of them white journalists that asked him that question, how is your rap music not as offensive as someone promoting sexuality? Oh, well, what you say? Press one? Say it again. Say it in a different sentence. Use some more nouns, some adjectives. What the fucking dumbass, dude? And we promoting like this dude is smart, intelligent. Oh yeah, bro, come on, man. This dude ain't doing nothing for nobody. Doing nothing for nobody. If you want me to say Lil Nas X is bad for these children, I'm going to say that a lot of these rappers are bad for these kids too. That's what I'm gonna say. Can't even defend what
and all this leads to my opinion.
I don't
wait.
I'ma say it. I don't agree with everything Charlamagne the God say. But he just said, I don't get it. He think Boosie and people like him, right, that are weed heads, They think what they're saying again is so astronomical, like it's going over your head. You're not saying nothing. You're not saying, nobody that is doing anything prolific, that is doing anything positive, that is doing anything rational is high all the time. They're not. They're not. Don't try to have a conversation with me and your mind is fuzzy. Your mind is gone. Which is the reason why when you speak, you don't speak with a sense of awareness, because your mind is gone. Now, for this man to say, I don't get what you're trying to say. What are you saying? I don't get it. Y'all can defend him if y'all want to. That should sound stupid.
And I mean it. You know, like, you may not feel that way. They may not feel that way. But I feel that way.
Do you feel like you've ever been a negative influence to kids?
Yes, I've been a negative influence. Yeah,
okay.
but at the time I was, I was so.
You still a negative influence. 90% of these rappers are negative influences. You still, bro. Let me tell you something. These young men are dyeing their hair fucking all the way purple, putting 3 rings in they shit, wearing the skinniest jeans they can find, having 99 chains on, you know what I'm saying, tattooing half of their face. Like, you think you're gonna go get a regular job after that? You think you're gonna walk into the damn bank and say, yeah, I'm here to get a job? Wait, where? You here to get a job where? Oh yeah, I'm just trying to, live my life. Living my best life. I ain't going back and forth. Bro, if you don't get up out of here, life-altering things, getting your whole face tattooed. Trying to be somebody, trying to be like a rapper you see on TV, and half of them don't make it. Half of them one-hit wonders. Everybody, bro, let me go ahead and put this out there for y'all, for the slow people in the back. Everybody ain't gonna reach the success of Jay-Z or Tekashi 6ix9ine. You're not. You're not. Of a Master P. You're not. You're just not. And they are literally altering themselves on how they look drastically so that way they can stand out in the rap world. Saying the most vile things. Everything's a party. Everything's a turn up. Everything's about getting lit and using drugs and how many guns they got. Come on, man. What are you glorifying? People ain't scared of gay people. They scared of y'all. People ain't worried about gay people. Okay, hey, all right, well, if that's what you want to do. But ain't no straight bullets coming from the gay community. Ain't nobody promoting black on black crime in the gay community. Nobody's glorifying jail and gang violence in the gay community. Oh, okay. But you want us to attack the gay community because you say so. Now, I done tagged some people in this, and I'm hoping that they can take this message and amplify it. Play some of the content, and just let. I want you to know that there are heterosexual people out there that don't want to bash gay people, that understand that you're living your life, that is your choice and what you want to do, and that us living our life and making our choices, but our perspective don't have to be to bash and promote hatred. And that's the problem. When he's bashing and promoting hatred. I wanted to do something for you guys. This is Armand Wiggins. Fair use, fair use. He said some things I think y'all should hear.
All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armand, and we're back with another video. Get in here, everybody, get in here. All right, so I'm minding my business, and I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see that on Hollywood Unlocked, shout out to Hollywood Unlocked, Jemele Hill, they had posted that Jemele Hill, now I didn't know who she was. Now, apparently Jemele Hill is a writer for Atlantic, and she is a podcaster, right? So I didn't know who she was, but she had responded to Lil Boosie's interview on The Breakfast Club, and I thought it was an interesting response, seeing that I had been saying this on my platform, but she just articulated it so well. So I thought I'd come here and talk about it again. So I'm going to read to you what she said, and then we're going to talk about it. She says, some of y'all folks need to be honest and admit that you have a problem with gay people and you're homophobic. But if but comes after your obligatory, I don't have a problem with gay people sentence, then you actually do have a problem with gay people. Gay people breathe. Some of y'all, why are gay people throwing their sexuality in my face by breathing? What about the kids? Y'all don't care about them hypothetical kids. Y'all just using them as props to hide your homophobic nonsense. Saying you're insinuating gay people don't have the right to do the same ish that heterosexual people can do, which means kissing in public, embracing their lovers, speaking about their sex and love lives openly, is homophobic. It's not an opinion. It's intellectually lazy. You are telling another person that they don't have the right to exist in the same way you do. Because as much as some of y'all push this dumb narrative about gay people forcing their lives on us or having an agenda, the only time this stuff ever comes up is when a heterosexual gets in their feelings and brings it to the table. Lil Nas X was minding his business, minding his black moisturized business when folks start coming for him. And I don't even know how suddenly award shows are supposed to be Sesame Street. Like, just stop it. So I'm reading that to say that is exactly what I've been saying. A lot of times people take when my message and when I'm all turned up and I'm hyped up, they take it as I'm offended that people don't accept me or that heterosexuals choose not to accept gay people. To me, that doesn't make you homophobic. If you decide, I don't really agree with your life. I don't really agree with, two men being together. I don't really think that that's homophobic. It becomes homophobic in the why. Why don't you agree? Now, if it's one thing that you feel like it's a natural, it's a religious belief, or you just feel like a man is...
But it doesn't matter why. The why is not important. If your opinion, your perspective, how you view life, how you view situations, why you don't agree doesn't matter. Unless you're in the same room and you're having that conversation. But why they don't agree with what you do, being gay, it doesn't matter. Now what you do in reference to the why, like I don't agree with two men being together. Why I don't agree don't matter, but what I do, like if I'm saying, oh, look at these gay ass motherfuckers, look at these fat, like if I'm doing that, that's a problem. See what I'm saying? That's a problem because I shouldn't be able to project my opinion onto you. That's what happens. You see what I'm saying? Why I don't agree, I mean, nobody cares about the why. It's what you do with that why. You see what I'm saying? If you promote violence against me because you don't agree with me, that's a problem. That's an issue. If you call me names, that's an issue. That's a problem. And I think that's what happens, Armand, that we kind of get in this seesaw of what should be and what shouldn't be. Why you don't agree with someone being gay or being a part of the gay community, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What you do matters. Your actions matter. Now, if your actions are name calling and promoting violence against the gay community, then that's too much. It's not about an opinion then. It's not about opinion. It's about safety and creating a toxic environment. And that's what Boosie did. That's why I don't agree with him as a heterosexual man myself. Go ahead. Let me let you finish.
Relationships are supposed to be for a man and a woman. I can't argue with that. I can't call you homophobic for that. Now, if the why is just because you cannot imagine two men kissing each other, or you just don't want to see another man kissing a man, to me that's homophobic. Because you're making it seem like me, a gay person showing affection to another person is just disgusting and nasty. So if gay people are disgusting and nasty to you, to me that's when it becomes homophobic. But again, I don't ever expect everybody to 100% agree with the way I live my life. And I'm not here for it. I'm not here for you to, and I don't expect you to, and don't expect me to agree with how you live your life all the time. But I think the biggest issue and the thing that I want to get the most clear is gay people exist. And gay people want to exist in the same way that straight people exist. And I think the issue is a lot of...
Before he explained what he thinks the issue is, here's my thought process. I noticed that people that are gay, a lot of them fight to be heard. Like it's like, you know, like nobody says as a heterosexual, I exist. Like, yeah, we can see you. Like, I mean, but it's just like for a lot of gay people, I noticed that same verbiage, like they exist, they matter. It's just this, I don't know. It's like they're tapping into something. It's like, you know, I don't know if it's a need or a want in reference to recognition. Like, I'm here, hear me roar. I am he, I am she. You know, and I just feel like you individually should learn how to be happy for you, despite what your sexuality is. You should learn how to empower yourself despite what your sexuality is. And it's almost like, I need you to recognize me. And I think that's the problem when it's almost like you're demanding people recognize you, people appreciate you, people applaud you. And I believe that's why a lot of people live in this false facade, because they want other people to cheerlead for them, to champion for them, when you should be happy enough for yourself. You should be happy being gay, just like you should be happy being a heterosexual. I don't need you to champion for me as a grown man. I don't need you to champion, you don't need people to champion for you as a grown woman. Whatever your sexuality is your sexuality. But I don't need everybody to know my sexuality. And I think that's the difference. It's like, yeah, I'm gay and I'm proud of it. And y'all need to recognize. Well, you can't make people acknowledge you. God damn it. It's time for me to get another one. I know y'all like this motherfucker ain't got no look. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. What happened was I left this shit inside the car, and of course it's like 115 degrees, so I squirted the shit and all of it came out. All of it came out, y'all. That's what happened, to be honest with you. Let me let y'all finish hearing this.
Straight people feel as though that gay people should and can exist as long as it's around the corner, not on Main Street where the rest of the world is happening.
Look
and
at
I don't
Crystal.
think that's fair.
Oh, really?
I feel like we're at a point now
where the real reason. Okay.
Gay people want to exist on Main Street just like straight people want to.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in the truck.
We're tired of having to exist around the corner.
Life is rough.
On the back street, on a dead end street. We want to be on the main street where it's all lit up and it's open to the public and everybody can get there from anywhere in the city.
Armand is a gay black YouTube creator. A lot of his content is like celebrity type stuff or whatever. Seemed like a pretty cool dude. But I gotta disagree, Armand. I still feel like you're looking for acceptance. You're looking for, like, you want to wave this flag or this banner of I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. And I'm gonna be honest with you, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Like, bro, it's like, man, I gotta go to work in the morning, man. I ain't trying to fucking, just trying to drink this motherfucking drink, watch some Golden Girls, and just chill, bro. I ain't trying to. But it's like, gay, and it's like, bro, I don't understand the need for people to recognize you being gay. I don't understand the need, and I'm hoping that you guys get this message and you take it respectfully. I don't understand the need to be uplifted or cheerleaded because you're gay. If you're gay, that's your sexuality, that's your choice, just like a heterosexual. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like there's this level of recognition that's supposed to come, and it's like, well, who is supposed to give it to you? Are heterosexuals supposed to uplift gay people? Are gay people supposed to uplift heterosexual? Or are people just uplifting people? Now that's something I can get with, the empowerment of people. But it just seems like because you're gay, then automatically people should recognize you and they should applaud you and appreciate you. And it's like, I think this comes to me from childhood trauma. I think it comes from not being accepted or being in a closet. And I think that is, it's like deeply rooted in that conversation. And I might be looking way too much into it. But I'm just saying, the people that I've had a conversation with that are gay, they have this they always have this story of how they had to hide being gay, how they thought they were different, etc., etc., etc. And it's always this acceptance. It's always this need to feel like someone cares. I don't know. Let me let this thing play.
Why is it that straight people are the only people that can live on Main Street? And I think that's the problem, because when people start saying, oh, you know, they're pushing this in our face, they're doing this, they're doing that. No, it's not that. What the problem is this: gay people are now moving in and opening businesses on Main Street. And straight people are feeling some type of way because they feel like Main Street is only allotted to straight people. You keep the weird stuff, you keep the fruitcake stuff.
Okay, let me address this. Here's the issue. When you say Main Street, I'm thinking big picture, right? I'm thinking big picture. I'm not talking about Washington Avenue, right? I'm talking Washington State. When you say matter of fact, I'm talking about the United States, right? When you say Main Street, I'm thinking mainstream media. See what I'm saying? There are a lot of gay people that they're business owners, they're entrepreneurs, right? They're in positions where they can help push a narrative. If they want people to feel comfortable with their sexuality. So they push this narrative. Half these rappers wear skinny jeans. Half these rappers are doing some Young Thug, like just doing weird shit. I'm waiting for Soulja Boy to come out. Like I just doing weird shit. Things that men who are growing up with men that are learning what the do's and don'ts are. They're saying that they're pointing at these things and saying, well, that's not man-like. Mainstream media definitely has exposed or pushed the narrative of be free and be happy and be you. And whatever that is, that's what it is. But when you say Main Street, we're talking mainstream media. And mainstream media has definitely pushed this narrative, from the award shows to videos to all music to all of these things that, you know what I'm saying, there's definitely a underline of gay innuendos. Definitely.
You keep the homosexuals around the corner, out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to see them. They can come on Main Street and shop with us. We can employ them. You know, they can walk over here, but they can't exist here. They have limits. And I think that we're at a point now as gay people, the limits, we're changing that. Like, we don't want to have limits in our existence. If you can be affectionate with your lover in person, you know, in public, so should I. I should have that right too. But a lot of straight people, they feel as though gay people should not have the same rights as them. It's not all about, oh, an agenda. That's an excuse. What about the kids? That's an excuse to cover up for you just don't like gay people. Just say it. Just say you have a problem with homosexuality, lesbian, trans. You just don't like same-sex situations. It makes you feel uncomfortable.
I don't think it's an excuse, Armand. I don't think it's an excuse. Again, there are appropriate things that you could do as heterosexuals between a man and a woman in front of children, and there are also inappropriate things, right? So regardless if you replace the man or the woman and you get the same sex, the inappropriate behavior is inappropriate behavior. Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion performing the WAP video, dancing on each other, grabbing each other, and doing all this other shit is inappropriate behavior. It's not that people don't want you to have a platform, people don't want to hear from you, people don't want to see you. The thing about it is, when you start promoting your sexuality and flaunting it and putting it out there, you think everybody's supposed to accept it, and to the point where some people go overboard. Just like I'm calling Boosie out and saying, bro, you going overboard. And we both heterosexual. I got kids that I don't want to be influenced at a young age, and we both heterosexual. I'm a father. It's some things I don't want them to see, but I damn sure don't want them to see this rappers talking about smoking weed and shooting people and going to jail and womanizing and alcohol. I don't want that neither. So that's why I say there's some things that people just, both in the gay community and in the straight community, they go overboard. And that's the problem. When they go overboard, it makes people feel uncomfortable. You're talking as if the gay community has to hide, as if, you know, people are, you know what I'm saying, it's like, oh God, you know, we can't go outside. And be honest, gay people are outside. They outside. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like it's almost like you make gay people sound like victims. And I don't think they victims. I think we've come a long way in regards to people promoting same sex, in regards to people being able to get married, you know what I'm saying, in regards to people being able to be on Ellen coming out, you know, just a bunch of stuff. And I just feel like we have to do a better job at having balanced conversations, because you're talking as if the odds are against gay people. Well, the odds are against people. The odds are against people. The odds are against our children. Because you may be old enough to know right from wrong. You may be old enough to say, you know what, that's not for me, etc., etc., etc. But here's the thought process. How do you know that seeing two men kissing or two women kissing is not going to influence this child? The same way seeing this rapper in the video with two big ass Uzis and shit, smoking a blunt with girls twerking all around him, ain't going to influence these children. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Our children need to be protected. Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, they need to be protected. And we're always kicking the can down the road. We're not picking it up and actually having a conversation, dealing with the problem. The problem is that we are not doing a great job protecting our children, because all of these adults are just worrying about their next dollar and worrying about promoting who they think they are or who they've become. The children are at stake. Their minds are impressionable. It's not the gay community, it's not the straight community, it's the children. And the thing about it is, there are children in both communities. Things are providing an impression on children. Let me ask you a question. If you grow up with two moms, right, and you always see them affectionate and kissing and rubbing on each other, whatever, as a little girl, will that affect you? Will that affect you? Will that influence you to be gay? As a little boy, if you grow up and you got two fathers and they're kissing and rubbing on each other and whatever the case may be, do you think that would influence that child to be gay? Hold on, wait, I ain't finished. If you're kids and you see your mom in the kitchen rolling up weed, right? Will that influence you to smoke weed? If you see your dad always calling women bitches and yada 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 yada, will that influence you as a child to call women bitches? Our children are at stake. They are impressionable. And if we're doing things, yes, all the above, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. That's what we're saying. We don't want anything that's going to circumvent our children growing up naturally. If Armand said right now, you know what? Hey, what about these rappers promoting X, Y, and Z, yada, yada? I would totally agree with you. That needs to be nixed. But for anybody promoting anything that's not natural, it is not natural to be gay. That's a choice. It's not natural. You understand what I'm saying? So here's my thing. For those people that say, you know what, I want my children to be in a healthy environment. I want my children to grow up and just focus on being a child. I don't want them challenged with anything that's going to alter them from being natural. You can't blame people for that. You can't point the finger and say people are wrong for that. There's a time and a place for everything. There's a time and a place for everything. You can be as gay as you want to, as heterosexual as you want to, but there are certain things you do in front of kids. There are certain things that should be mainstream media and certain things that shouldn't. But adults understand that. Whether you gay or not, they understand that there is an appropriate time and place for everything. We got to stop playing victim and saying, woe is me. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to get people to respect me or whatever the case be. And I'm like, bro, you an adult. You an adult. We talking about kids. People that's being influenced by your behavior. Not only gay people, but heterosexual people.
I would much rather a person say that than try to justify it with, oh, what about the children? Or try to gaslight a community of people by saying, you can't have an opinion against gay people. No. Your opinion is what? What is your opinion? That gay is wrong. Okay, that's your opinion. But if your opinion is, I shouldn't be allowed to exist in the same way as you do, that's not an opinion. That's ignorance. That's just like white people saying that black people, which they did at one point, said that blacks should not and could not exist in the same way as white people do because they weren't worth it. And that's kind of how that's the same thing that heterosexual community does to gay people when they start spewing this kind of anti-gay agenda rhetoric, because it's coming from a place of, I don't want you to be able to exist the way I do. And when you're able to do that, or now that those kind of barriers are being broken down, all of a sudden there's an agenda being pushed. There's not an agenda being pushed anywhere. This is inclusion.
This message goes to all of the gay content creators. If you believe what Armand Wiggins is saying is true, if you believe what he is saying is true, what I would do is, if you believe that since heterosexuals are pushing the narrative, there's a gay agenda. I think that you should push the narrative back that says, what about these rappers and all of these lyrics? And I think it's only fair. Because then you force people like us, like me, to look at it and say, well, let's really have a conversation. Now I'm sparking it off. I'm sure it's other people that sparked it off or whatever case may be, but we're going to do this differently. Because my thought process is, Armand Wiggins, you would get more ground by saying you're worrying about the gay agenda, but you're not worrying about something that already existed that's going mainstream, that's already on the mainstream. How these rappers are getting paid millions of dollars to promote this negative agenda. So we got a negative agenda of crime and black on black crime and all of this other stuff, and then we got a gay agenda. So two different agendas, and both affect our children. Armand, I would take rap lyrics of the most popular rappers that you know, and I would play that. And then what I would do is I would play from gay people like Lil Nas X, and I would play they shit back to back. And have people vote which one is more detrimental to our communities. Which one is more detrimental? And why, if you feel like it's more detrimental, why have you not done anything? If you feel like people are putting gay people in a box, people don't want to listen to gay people, etc., 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 okay, why haven't you done anything about this rap music? Why haven't you banned it? Why haven't you stopped things like love and hip hop or whatever? Because there's a lot of agendas being pushed. That, to me, if I was a part of the gay community, that would be my counter. Why are you making the gay community your target, but you're not saying, well, this person is heterosexual and they don't realize how they're damaging the community, how they're affecting those little kids? Why would your 5 and 6 and 7-year-old need to know how to smoke weed, how to cook crack, how to sell dope, how to shoot a gun, how to twerk? There's a lot of agendas going on.
It's the 21st century. People are being included. It's not a one world type of thing. Black people are being included. Women, gays, all different types of minorities are being included in life. No person or persons are better than the other. You know, so I think that it's kind of unfair when people try to say, oh, you're just mad because people don't accept you. It's not about you accepting me. You don't have to accept anything about me. You don't have to accept my life. You don't have to believe or support it. But at the same time, don't try to ostracize me and say that I cannot be in certain spaces. And that's where it becomes a problem for me. Because it seems as though people do not want gays to occupy certain spaces. And those spaces pretty much are every major platform, every major space where straight people have been known to occupy.
I don't understand what you're talking about, because there are gay people damn near on every major space. In every major sport. What exactly? What spaces are you talking about? You gotta stop with this victimization, bro. You gotta stop. Like, certain things you can't add to your argument because you're going to debunk your own argument. What spaces are gay people not allowed in? You see what I'm saying? Why are you playing victim? Don't play victim. There are some people who don't agree with your lifestyle, right? And you can't force your lifestyle on them. And that's fine. It could be because how they were raised, their standards, their morals, their religion. It's so many reasons why. Or they could just think it's nasty. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not worrying about the adults. The whole conversation between me and you right now is, we don't want our children to be affected. We don't want them to be affected by drugs, crime, womanizing, abuse, gay. We don't want them affected. We want them to grow up naturally and healthy and safe. Naturally, healthy, and safe. Anything that goes against that narrative, we have a zero tolerance for. That's what it is. And you, as a gay man, and me as a heterosexual man, we should be both wanting the same thing for our children. But when you speak from a victim standpoint, like you're being victimized, well, y'all don't want me in these spaces. Well, I don't know what spaces they don't want you in, but nobody's stopping me from going nowhere I want to go. Nobody's stopping me from doing anything that I want to go. And I love women. All different colors, nationalities, and flavors. So the fact of the matter is, but my sexuality is my sexuality. I don't get online and promote it. I don't say, well, y'all need to accept me. Y'all don't want me in y'all spaces. Y'all don't want me on Main Street. I don't know if somebody didn't tell Armand, but gay people are on Main Street. Hell, gay people, some of them own some parts of Main Street. We have to be realistic and honest about our conversations. That's how we get the ball moving. That's how we score the touchdown and make the basket. We hit the home run. We have to be realistic. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy, but we can do it. We can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to grab something to eat. I appreciate you guys. You be blessed. I normally say adult up, but I'm going to say protect your kids. Protect your children. You have every right to have your children grow up in a natural, healthy, and safe environment with you teaching them. You have every right, and no one should make you feel ashamed for that. For all of the gay people that were tormented growing up, that didn't have an outlet, that didn't get the attention and the love and the respect that they should have got, my heart goes out to you. Salute right now that you're dealing with that trauma, you're speaking out, you're being vocal, and you're trying to encourage others that don't have an outlet because you didn't have an outlet. I understand, I get it. I get it. Salute to your strength, salute to your courage. We need to work together and empower each other, and I'm hoping that you guys understand this message. Until next time, adult up. Peace. It's tough love. We out.